last video, we installed Jellyseerr so you can browse for any movies or TV shows that you'd like. Today, we're going to link it up directly in Jellyfin so you don't have to go to an external site. You can request movies, TV shows within Jellyfin and have them automatically added to your media list. To do this, open Docker Desktop, or if you're using a Linux system or a NAS, you can open a container manager or any Docker. Once you have that running and you have Jellyseerr, your radar, sonar, qubit torrent, everything running, open Jellyfin. You can do this by going on localhost 8096 or just clicking this link here. Once you're in your main screen, what we're going to do is go to the plugin section and install the plugin. So to do this, click the three dots on the top left, go down to your dashboard, scroll down to plugins, and here you'll see all that's installed. What we will need to do is add a new repository, so click the manage repositories link above and click new repository. In a repository name, let's just call this Jellybridge, and for the URL, just paste this URL that I'll have on screen and in the description below. Once you're ready, click add. Now go back. You won't see it in your available screen straight away, so just refresh the page and you'll see Jellybridge right here. So click Jellybridge to go to the install page. To install it, just click the install button, then click install again. Once you see the plugin has been successfully installed, you would need to restart Jellyfin to update the settings and get everything set up. To do this, scroll back to your dashboard and just click restart and then restart again. While it's restarting, just open your Jellyfin directory, which if you copied me would look something along the lines like this. If not, just go to your media directory where you save the separate folders for movies, TV shows. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a new folder. We're going to call this one Discover. This can be anything you'd want it to be, but we're just going to call it Discover so we can discover some new movies or shows. Once that's done, let's go back to Jellyfin and refresh the page. Now go to libraries and then libraries again. So what we'll need to do here is add a new library for the Discover section. This will be a whole new list in Jellyfin which will show all the available movies and TV shows you can get. Once they are requested, they won't stay in this library. They'll get moved to the movies or TV show library just like you would with radar or sonar. So to do that, just click add media library, and for the content type we're just going to do mixed movies and shows, and we'll just call this Discover. In the folder section, we're just going to link this directly up to the folder we just created in the Jellyfin. So go to Media and Discover, and then click OK. Now scroll down, your preferred language, just put English or any language you'd like. In the country region, enable real-time monitoring so that way when it gets deleted, it won't show up anymore. Deselect automatically add to collection because these are not the real movie files, so we don't need to do that. Select your metadata providers as what you have set up. We don't want to refresh the metadata over the internet. We'll save it as an NFO file. And if you have any subtitle downloads, disable them for this folder. We do not want any subtitles at all. And once you're ready, go to save artwork into media folders and we'll select that as well. Then click OK. Now that's set up, let's just go down to the plugins again and go to Jellybridge. If you don't see that in the installed section, you may need to refresh the page or you can search for it. So let's open Jellybridge and go to the settings section. Now for the Jellyseerr URL, you can put host.docker.internal followed by the port number. If you change the port number, you would need to change that here, or you can put your IP address here as well. So you may not have an API key pre-populated. If you don't, just go back to your container manager and open Jellyseerr. Once you're in Jellyseerr, just go to settings and there would be your API key. Just click the copy right over here. Go back to Jellyfin delete what you have there and paste your API key. In your library directory, we're going to link it directly to the library that we just created in the library section here. So if you don't remember what that is, just go to libraries, manage library, and you'll see /media/discover. That would be the same directory that you would put in the plugin. So let's go back to the plugins, Jellyseerr, settings. You will need to redo the details if you do go back because it doesn't save. So copy the API key again and paste that in. Make sure it's going to the correct directory. Now enable automatic tasks, so you select that and then test connection with Jellyseerr. Once you do that and you get the connection successful, you're ready to go. Just click save. If it isn't successful, it might pop up saying the API is incorrect. Just make sure you copy it again, paste it, and it should work. So I like updating this every 24 hours. You can do this whenever you'd like, but 24 hours is a good number. Now for import discover content, let's just select this, and you can select any show you'd like from any active network. You can select your watch region. For discover pages, this is how much pages per site it comes from. So I recommend not putting 0. I've done that once and I had over 30,000 items come in. We do not want that. So just put it at 1, test it out. If you want more, you can run this again and just change the number to 2 or 3. I like to keep the content for 7 days. So what that means is anything that Jellybridge grabs from Jellyseerr, all the movies and TV shows, they will stay in my Discover folder so I can view them in Jellyfin for a week. After a week, it'll delete them all and it'll generate a whole new set. So it keeps it fresh. So once you're ready, just click Import Discover Content from Jellyseerr into Jellybridge Library and then click Save and Sync. So we have processed this many and added this many movies. So to see this, you can always just go to your Discover folder and you'll see all the movies that were added, including TV shows. In these folders, you won't have many items. You'll just have a JSON with metadata, a movie folder, and a system information file. So you can leave everything here. That is all fine. Now let's just go back to the Jellybridge settings and click Manage Discover Library. Now tick whatever you'd like. So I've already ticked a few of these, so you can just read and select the ones you'd like. I'd recommend keeping automated library refresh selected. I'd select hide existing discover content, so that way if you already have the movie, it won't show up here. For favorite cleanup, what that means is after you request the item, it'll automatically disappear from the discover channel, so that way you don't see it again. And I like selecting request only first season because I have other people accessing my Jellyfin and I don't want them to download 20 seasons of one series that they might not like. So they can just request the first season. If they like it, I can manually update more. That's optional, up to you. And same with network folders. I don't need to separate based on Netflix, Hulu, Fox. I can just put them all in one. Here you'll see the sort discover content. Select this, and what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the sort order of how it displays in Jellyfin. So I do this every 24 hours, so every day the view will be completely different. And we can sort this randomly, smart, smartish, or no sort order. So you can read below which will tell you what it is. I like selecting random. Once you're ready, just click save. Once you're done, let's go back to our libraries. And let's just go scan all libraries. This is just going to scan all the ones that we just added to the Discover folder. This will take a bit of time, so just wait until it's completed and then we'll go forward. So at the moment it's on 99%. We can just continue forward with this. We don't have to wait until it finishes because it's got most of the movies already. So let's just go to the main screen and you'll see our Discover recently added in our Discover section right here, and you have your Discover tab here. If you click it, you can see all the movies that you do have. Anything with a 1 is basically a series, but it just has, one video file in it. So what you can do now is find something you'd like, for example, Aquaman. You can even press play, you can watch a trailer, you can do anything you'd like. Still has everything that's like this, your cast and crew, because it did scan and grab all the information. If you click play to watch it, it'll just tell you to favorite this movie to request content from Jellyseerr. So all you need to do is click that love heart right over here, or if you get out of it, click this love heart here. If we add it to favorites, that's all you'll need to do. Now, if we go to Jellyseerr, in our request section, you will see Aquaman here. If you set up Jellyseerr correctly previously, everything will work as normal. It'll request it from Radar, download it with QBitTorrent, and automatically put it into your movie folders. And that's all you need to do. Now, if you get out of it, go through it again, you won't see Aquaman here because we've already selected that. It'll hide it, so that way not many people are going to request the same movie over and over again. Now, this may not work for you. If it doesn't work when you add it to favorites on Jellyfin and it doesn't request it on Jellyseerr, just double check the version of Jellyfin you're using. For this, I'm using 10.11.6, which would be using this latest version here, which is 10.11, and that's the one that's installed. If you're using a different version, you may need to uninstall it and install a lower version. Another way to test it to see if the issue is the version. So I'm using a different version of Jellyfin here, which is 10.11.10. So if we go to the settings and let's scroll down to Manage Discover Library. And then on the bottom with this star, you'll see Request Jellybridge Library Favorites in Jellyseerr. So it'll take your Jellyfin library, the favorites, and send it to Jellyseerr. So if we select that, then click Save and Request. And then you'll see the above, using incompatible version of Jellyfin, skipping sync. So with this, you may just need to wait for the plugin to update it, or download a previous version of Jellyfin for it to work. And that's it. Now you have Jellyseerr linked up directly inside Jellyfin, so that way you can discover, browse, and get movies and TV shows directly from Jellyfin without going to any external sites. If this helped you, if you liked what you saw, and you want to see more, please give this video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. If there's anything you want to see further, please leave a comment and let me know what you'd like, and I'll ensure to look into it. This is Systems from Scratch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.